Samsaradapa Nalalita Loka Janaya Karuna Gana Gana Patasya Kalyana Gunaravasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarabindam Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Gita Parichamadhyamana Surasena Romanchakampa Suttarangavajo Vande Guru Shri Charanarabindam Samsaradava Nalalita Loka Chanaya Karuna Guna Gunatram Patasya Kalyana Gunaravasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarabindam Shivigraharadana Nichanana Shingaratan Mandira Majinalo Yuktasya Bhaktam Saniyunjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanarabindam Chaturvida Shri Bhagavat Prasado Sadvana Chiptan Hari Bhakta Sangam Hitavachittim Bhajata Sadeva Vande Guru Shri Charanarabindam Samsaradava Nalalita Loka Chanaya Karuna Gana Ganatram Paptasya Kalyana Gunaravasya Vande Guru Shri Charanarabindam Shiradika Mad Havayurapara Madhurya Lila Gunarupanamna Pratikshana swadana lolupasya bande guru shri charanarabindam. Kamsaradava naladidaloka Naya karuna guna gunatvam. Bhaktasya kalyana gunaravasya Mande Guru Shri Charanarabindam. Bhaktasya kalyana gunaravasya Mande Guru Shri Charanarabindam. Nikunjayo Narati ke nisidai Jayalibi yaktera pekshanina. Tatrati daksharati balavasya Bande Guru Shri Charanarabindam. Shakshadari Chena Samasta Sasti Yuktastatava Vyavyate Vasadhi. Kinto Prabhuya Priyavatasya Mande Guru Shri Charanarabindam. Yasha Prasada Bhagavat Prasada Yasha Prasada Nanagati Katopi. Dayam Stutvam Stasya Yasastri Sandam Mande Guru Shri Charanarabindam. Samsaradava naladida loka Shanaya karuna guna gunatvam. Bhaktasya kalyana gunaravasya Bande Guru Shri Charanarabindam. Bhaktasya kalyana gunaravasya Bande Guru Shri Charanarabindam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namah Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nitinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunya Vani Paskatya Desatarine Nam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrindam Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrindam Jaya Shri Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Bolo Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol, 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 Nitai Gaur, Haribol, Nitai Gaur. Nitai Gaur Premanandi ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Pararajikachasta Tadasatara Shishi Shimad, His Divine Grace, Sri Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridasa Thakur ki jai. Prem Shri Gaho Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Prabhu Nityananda Shri Dvaita Giradhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivedanta ki jai. Shri Radha Krishna Gogopinath. Samkunda Radha Kunda Giri Govardhana ki jai. Shri Vrindavan Dham ki jai. Shri Mayapura Dham ki jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki jai. Shri Tulasi Devi ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Ganga Maya ki jai. Jamuna Maya ki jai. Samaveda Bhaktivinda ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotee. All glories to the assembled devotee. All glories to the assembled devotee. All glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana ki jai. Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu. Namaste Narasimhaya.
केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे कर कमलवरे नाकाम अद्भुत श्रृंगाम दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुवेंगाम वद्रीता रहरि रूपा जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवद्रीता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे केशवद्रीता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय भक्त प्रहलाद जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय लक्ष्मी नरसिंह जय भक्त प्रहलाद जय नरहरि 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 निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
वृंदाये तुलसी देवाय प्रियाये केशवस्य विष्णु भक्ति परिदेवे सजीवताय नमो नमः वृंदाये तुलसी देवाय प्रियाये केशवस्य विष्णु भक्ति परिदेवी सजीवताय नमो नमः वृंदाये तुलसी देवाय प्रियाये केशवस्य विष्णु भक्ति परिदेवी सजीवताय नमो नमः वृंदाये तुलसी देवाय प्रियाये केशवस्य विष्णु भक्ति परिदेवी सजीवताय नमो नमः वृंदाये तुलसी देवाय
Namo Namaha Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namaha Krishna Prayasi Namo Namaha Namo Namaha Tulasi Krishna Prayasi Namo Namaha Namaha Shri Krishna Prayasi Namo Namaha Radha Krishna Seva Pavo Ye Abhilasi Radha Krishna Seva Pavo Ye Abhilasi Jai Tumara Sarana Loy Tara Vancha Purna Hoy Pakori Koro Tare Vrindavana Vasi Mora ye Abhilas Bilas Kunje Diovas Bilas Kunje Diovas Nayane Haribo Sada Jugalaruparasi Ye Nivedana Daro Sakiranu Gata Koro Sevadikara diye din koro nijadasi Dina Krishna dasa koi ye namora hoy Ye namora hoy Shri Radha Govinda preme sada ye nabasi Shri Radha Govinda preme sada ye nabasi Yani kani cha papani brahma hatyadikani cha tani tani pranasiyante pradakshina pade pade Tani tani pranasiyante pradakshina pade pade Yani kani cha papani brahma hatyadikani cha tani tani pranasiyante pradakshina pade pade Tani tani pranasiyante pradakshina pade pade Yani kani cha papani brahma hatyadikani cha Tani tani pranasiyante pradakshina pade pade Tani tani pranasiyante pradakshina pade pade Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Rama Rama Hare 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 Ramo Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Jaya Vrinde, Jaya Vrinde, Jaya Vrinde, Jaya Vrinde, Jaya Vrinda Devi, Jaya Vrinda Devi, Jaya Vrinda Devi. Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Tulsi Maharani, Jaya Tulsi Maharani. Tulsi Maharani ki jai, Vrinda Devi ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai.
Desires to obtain the service of Radha. Whoever takes shelter of you, his wish is fulfilled. Bestowing mercy upon him, my desire is to also pleasure grows. Thus within my Krishna, always behold the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. I beg you to make me a follower of the capital branches of Raja. Please give me the privilege of devotional service and make me your own maidservant. This very form of the servant of Krishna praise me always through love. Shri Radha and Tulsi Devi Maharani ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Siksastakam ki jai. Chaitro Darpana Marjanam Bhava Mahadavagni Nivapanam Shairakairavyya Chandrika Vitaranam Vidya Vadhu Jivanam Anandam Buddhivardhanam Pratipadam Tumantridam Talpanam Sarvatma Snapanam Param Jayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam Namikari Bahudani Sarva Saktis Tatra Pita Niyamitak Smarani Nakala Etadjasi Navakripa Bhagavan Mamapi Durdaivam Jasi Samihadininan Vidana Vidana Pisi Sarvavali Sariduna Amanina Manasina Vidya Sasahavi Sadanam Nadanam Nanam Sitapai Mamadani Ishware Tattva Ayati Jagat Sarva Govinda Virahena Me Aslishya Bhavatam Pinastu Mam Adarsanam Mamahato Karutu Va Yata Tata Vavidata Tulampato Mat Pranan Nastu Saeva Napara Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hari Bol Sri Chaitanya Siksastakam Ki Jai. Glory to the Shri Krishna Sankirtan, which cleanses the heart of all the dust accumulated for years, and extinguishes the fire of conditional life, of repeated birth and death. This Sankirtan movement is the prime benediction for humanity at large, because it spreads the rays of benediction, gives the life of all transcendental knowledge, increases the ocean of transcendental bliss, and enables us to fully taste the nectar for which we are always anxious. O my Lord, your holy name alone can render all benediction to living beings. And thus you have hundreds and millions of names like Krishna and Govinda. In these transcendental names you have invested all your transcendental energies. There are not even hard and fast rules for chanting these names. O my Lord, out of kindness you enable us to easily approach you by your holy names. But I am so unfortunate that I have no attraction for them. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than a straw on the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige, and should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. O Almighty Lord, I know no one but Krishna, my Lord, shall remain so, even if he hands me up by his embrace, or makes me brokenhearted by not being present before him. He's completely free to do anything and everything, for he is always my worshipful Lord. Unconditionally, Sri Chaitanya Siksastakam Ki Jai. Namo Vishnu Padaya. There are 10 offenses in the matter of chanting the holy names of the Lord that should be avoided. And they are as follows. 1, to blaspheme the devotees who dedicate their lives to propagating the holy names of the Lord. 2, consider names of demigods like Lord Shiva, Lord Brahma, to equal to independent names of Lord Vishnu. 3, to disobey the orders of the spiritual master. 4, to blaspheme the Vedic literature or literature in pursuance of the Vedic version. 5, to consider the glories of chanting Hare Krishna's imagination. 6, to give some interpretation on the holy name of the Lord. 7, to commit sinful activities on the strength of chanting the holy name of the Lord. 8, to consider the chanting of Hare Krishna as one of the auspicious ritualistic activities which are offered in the Vedas as fruit of activities of karma kanda. 9, to instruct the faithless person about the glories of the holy name. 10, to not have complete faith in chanting holy names and to maintain material attachments even after understanding so many instructions in this matter. It is also an offense to be inattentive while chanting. Every devotee who claims to be Vaishnava must carefully guard against these 10 offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, Krishna Prema. Now let us offer our most humble obeisances unto all the Vaishnava devotees of the Lord. They are just like desired trees that can fulfill the desires of everyone, and they are full of compassion for the fallen conditioned souls. Vanchakalpatarabhischa Kripa Sindhu Bhevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavyo Namo Vaishnava Thakur Ki Jai. Srimad Bhagavatam Grantaraja Ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Janmadyasya yato nivayad itaratas charte svavigya swarat. Tene Brahma Hidaya Adikavaye Muyanti Yatsurayaha. Tejo varimidam vinimayo yatra trisargo misha damna svena sada nirastas kuhakam satyam param dhimayi. O my Lord Shri Krishna, son of Vasudeva, O all-pervading personality of Godhead, I offer my respectful obeisances unto you. I meditate upon Lord Shri Krishna because he is the absolute truth and the primeval cause of all causes, of the creation, sustenance, and destruction of the manifested universes. He is directly and indirectly conscious of all manifestations. And he is independent because there is no other cause beyond him. It is he only who first imparted the Vedic knowledge unto the heart of Brahmaji, the original living being. By him, even the great sages and demigods are placed into illusion. As one is bewildered by the illusory representations of water seen of fire or land seen on water. Only because of him do the material universes, temporarily manifested by the reactions of the three modes of nature, appear factual, although they are unreal. I therefore meditate upon him, Lord Shri Krishna, who is eternally existent in the transcendental abode, which is forever free from the illusory representations of the material world. I meditate upon him, for he is the absolute truth. Dharma projita kaitravotra paramo nirmatsanam satam vedyam vastavam atra vastu shivadam tapatrayon bulanam Shrimad Bhagavate Mahamuni Krite Kim Vaparir Ishvaraha Sadyo Hridya Avarudyate Traha Kriti Bihi Sususabhistakshanat. Completely rejecting all religious activities which are materially motivated, this Bhagavata Purana propounds the highest truth, which is understandable by those devotees who are fully pure in heart. The highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion for the welfare of all. Such truth uproots the threefold miseries. This beautiful Bhagavatam, compiled by the great sage Vyasadeva in his maturity, is sufficient in itself for God realization. What is the need of any other literature? As soon as one attentively and submissively hears the message of Bhagavatam, by this cultural knowledge, the Supreme Lord is established within his heart. Nigama kalpatarur galitam phalam Sukhamukad amrita dravya samyutam Pibata Bhagavatam rasam alayam Muhur ahorasika bhuvibhavukaha. O expert and thoughtful men, relish Srimad Bhagavatam, the mature fruit of the desire tree of Vedic literatures. It emanated from the lips of Sri Sukadeva Goswami. Therefore, this fruit has become even more tasteful, although its nectarian juice was already relishable for all, including liberated souls. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 11, verse number 11. As Bhogavatsi, Madhu Bhoga Dasa Rihadha Kukur Andaka Vishnibhi Atmatulya Baler Guptam Nagar Bhogavatam Iva. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. As Bhogavati, the capital of the Nagaloka, is protected by the Nagas, so was Dwarka protected by the descendants of Vrishni, Bhoja, Madhu, Dasarha, Arha, Kukula, Andaka, etc., who were as strong as Lord Krishna. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. The Nagaloka planet is situated below the Earth planet, and it is understood that the sun rays are hampered there. The darkness of the planet is, however, removed by the flashes of the jewels set on the heads of the Nagas, celestial serpents, and it is said that there are beautiful gardens, rivulets, etc., for the enjoyment of the Nagas. It is understood here also that the place is well protected by the inhabitants. So also the city of Dwarka was well protected by the descendants of Vrishni, who were as powerful as the Lord insofar as he manifested his strength upon this earth. Okay, so now we see that every planet in the universe is inhabited. The scientists say, well, we don't think there's anybody living on the other planets, or if there is, there may be one-celled entities that haven't evolved yet into the human form, blah, blah, blah. All speculation. But according to Bhagavad Gita, there are living entities on every planet. How do we know that? Well, if we look at the second chapter, verse number Sarvakta. It says, okay, 1 second. Huh? 24, okay. Achedyo yamadayo yamachintyo klidyo sosya evacha nitya sarvagata stanur. So, sarvagata means all-pervading. So it says, Nitya Sarvagata Stanur Achalo Yam Sanatana. This individual soul is unbreakable, insoluble, and can be neither burned nor dried. He is everlasting, present everywhere. That means present in water, present in the sky, present on the earth, present on the sun, present on every planet, present everywhere. So Prabhupada says in a purport, all these qualifications of the atomic soul definitely prove that the individual soul is eternally the atomic particle of the spirit soul. And he remains the same atom eternally without change. The theory of monism is very difficult to apply in this case, because the individual soul is never expected to become one homogeneously. In other words, the existence of the individual soul as an individual is eternal. It never loses its individuality. It may be covered, but it's never lost. Just like you might drop your gold coin into the toilet after you pass stool, and it can be covered with stool, but that doesn't mean it becomes stool. So, the same way the soul is never destroyed, and it's always an individual. And also that's confirmed where it says, Ishvara Sarvabhutanam Hriday Serujina. It says that Najayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita vanabuya ajo nitya saswatam yam purano. So it is ajo, it is always existing. It never was born and never came into existence because it's always been existing and it never leaves existence. It cannot be killed. Nahanyate hanyamane sarire. It can never dies. So the theory of monism is very difficult to apply in this case because the individual soul is never expected to become one homogeneously. After liberation from material contamination, the atomic soul may prefer to remain as a spiritual spark in the effulgent rays of the Supreme Personality Godhead. See, this confirms what we were discussing yesterday. This also confirms it, that the effulgence of Supreme Personality Godhead is made up of individual and infinite number of spiritual sparks, which are jivas. Very interesting. But the intelligent souls enter into the spiritual planets to associate with the Personality Godhead. The word sarvagata, all-pervading, is significant because there is no doubt that living entities are all over God's creation. There you are. Haribol. They live on the land, in the water, in the air, within the earth, and even within the fire. The belief that they are sterilized in fire is not acceptable, because it is clearly stated here that the soul cannot be burned by fire. Therefore, there's no doubt that there are living entities also in the sun planet with suitable bodies to live there. If the sun globe is uninhabited, then the word sarvagata, living everywhere, becomes meaningless. So, after liberation from material contamination, the atomic soul may prefer to remain as a spiritual spark in the effulgent rays of the Supreme Personality Godhead. Amazing. I never saw that. I mean, I've seen it before, but I didn't realize it was there. So this corresponds to Brahma Samhita, verse number 16, where Bhaktivinoda Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says, the jivas, as spiritual particles, emanate from the supra-soul in the form of pencils of rays of effulgence. There you go. So this is Bhagavad Gita 2:24 and Brahma Samhita 5. Okay. So that's one point. The darkness, so the Nagalokas are dark, is a dark area or dark planet below the earth, but yet there is some light there by the flashes of the jewels set on the heads of the Nagas, celestial serpents, and it is said that there are beautiful gardens, rivulets, etc., for the enjoyment of the Nagas. So you see, the modern astronomers and the modern space exploration countries like Russia and the United States, even India and China are in that phony game. They don't know anything about the universe. And you can't know unless you actually go to another planet. But how are they going to go there? First of all, they don't even know the distance from the Earth of the different planets. They say the moon is the closest to the Earth, but according to Bhagavatam, the moon is farther away than the sun. So, what do they know then? And what about the places like Nagaloka and other things? They have no idea. They haven't explored anything yet in outer space. The only thing they've done, actually, they put a satellite up 400 miles above the surface of the Earth. That's it. They don't go much farther than that. They claim they go to Mars, and they put these robots there, and the robot sends back pictures. You don't know for sure. Those pictures could look like, New Mexico or Arizona in the afternoon, So there are places in New Mexico and Arizona that looks like the moon. Okay, so then it is understood here also that the place is well protected by the inhabitants. Okay, so also the city of Dwarka as well was well protected by the descendants of Vrishni, who were as powerful as the Lord insofar as he manifested his strength upon this earth. So that means that he has infinite powers. He doesn't manifest all his powers when he comes to have pastimes on the earth. He has infinite powers that are beyond imagination. However, devotees who develop, through devotional service to the point where they can actually see the Lord or be part of his pastimes on the earth, they of course have different types of rasas with the Lord. Like, for example, there's neutrality, there's which is called Sayuja, and Salokya. They can live on the same planet as the Lord. And Sarupya, they can have the same type of body as the Lord. Shastri and Samipya, they can have the same energy as the Lord, or they can have the same opulences as the Lord. Right? So here we see that some of the descendants of Vishnu were as powerful as the Lord insofar as he manifested his strength upon this earth. So we have no idea what is our potential as a jiva. And we're convinced that birth, death, old age, and disease is a normal thing. It's the way life goes, but it's not a fact. And by the way, I think I made a mistake. I think we were on verse 13. No, we're on verse 11. Okay. So are there any questions about this verse? Okay, so we'll go to verse 12. Sarvatu sarvavibhava punyavriksha latashramai uyano pavanaramer rita padmakara shriyam. The city of Dwarkapuri was filled with the opulences of all seasons. There were hermitages, orchards, flower gardens, parks, and reservoirs of water breeding lotus flowers all over. That sounds a little better than Nagaloka, where there's all snakes. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Perfection of human civilization is made possible by utilizing the gifts of nature in their own way. That's a significant statement. Gifts of nature in their own way. So, that means we don't need inorganic chemistry. We can just be satisfied with organic chemistry. In other words, organic molecules. As soon as you deviate from organic molecules, you end up with many dangerous substances because they're not, well, I want to say they're not naturally existing. They've been manufactured in factories and chemistry laboratories and so forth by manipulating certain, molecules or atoms, etc. Now, are there naturally occurring inorganic chemicals? Well, there are inorganic substances, like rocks, metals, and things like that. But in a sense, are they actually inorganic? So if you look at the Greek word organic, it means it's something that's alive. Well, metals, rocks, and things like that, they don't look like they're alive. because they don't manifest the same. They don't seem to manifest the same type of consciousness as human beings. But actually, in another sense, they are alive because Paramatma is present in them. Right? They might not express consciousness in the same way as human beings do, but they have the presence of Paramatma. So Jagadish Chandra Bose, he actually experimented not only with plants to prove that plants have the same type of nervous system as human beings. He also experimented on metals and other inert substances, and he proved that they also react in somewhat the same way as the plants do and human beings do to external stimuluses, or stimuli, as they say in Sanskrit, so in Latin. So, therefore, he made some astonishing discoveries, which would validate the Vedic point of view that Krishna as super soul is present in every atom of the universe. So you cannot say it's dead or it's not alive. It doesn't have as much consciousness as a human being. The plant doesn't have as much consciousness as a human being, but the plants are conscious, and they communicate, and they react the same way as human beings do to stimuluses. So this is a let's call it interesting subject to look into, because the worldview of the materialists is completely different than the worldview of the devotees, according to Vedic knowledge. So it says, perfection of human civilization is made possible by utilizing the gifts of nature in their own way. As we find herewith in the description of its opulence, Dwarka was surrounded by flower gardens and fruit orchards, along with reservoirs of water and growing lotuses. So this was the way ancient cities were built. First of all, Prabhupada said there were not many cities in India. There was just Hastinapur and Dwarka, that was it. Everybody else was living on farms and in the countryside. There were only two big cities. Now there are big cities all over the place. I remember going to Bangalore, I think it was 1973. It was a nice place, really nice place. There were a lot of trees and big roads, and now it's like, oh my God, it's like a concrete jungle. It's horrible, you know. And Hyderabad, another horrible place, and Chennai, they've evolved into like terrible places. But they used to be nice, but especially Bangalore. Bangalore was really a nice place, you know. So we see that in Dwarka there are flower gardens, fruit orchards. Well, in Vedic, let's say, times, in towns or villages and things, there are fruit trees all over the place. Right? So when I visited Morocco a long time ago, you'd walk down the street and there were orange trees everywhere. Yeah, I'm like because that's the way they used to build towns, you know, and you could just pick up an orange and eat it. You know? Very interesting. Huh? I don't know. I haven't been there for a long time. It used to be like that. It wasn't everywhere, but in the smaller towns and villages, they had fruit trees all on the street. You know. There is no mention of mills and factories supported by slaughterhouses. Prabhupada is so brilliant. Which are the necessary paraphernalia of the modern metropolises. Modern metropolis. The propensity to utilize nature's own gifts is still there even in the heart of modern civilized man. The leaders of modern civilization select their own residence, their own residential quarters in a place where there are such naturally beautiful gardens and reservoirs of water. So one time I went to the house of this very wealthy Hindu man in Calcutta. with my good friend, who was the president of the temple. So he had many life members. So every morning we go to a different life member's house just to say hello and have a little bit of breakfast and talk. So this man, he was a Marwari, he had made his fortune selling tea. Right? And he had tea plantations in the Darjeeling. And so, Calcutta is it's not such a, and I mean, even today, there's a problem with the air and hygiene and everything, but it was much worse then. So we go to his place, and there's a big wall all around it. It's a big property, right in the town, right? And we walk in, it was like completely different. There were beautiful trees and flowers and plants everywhere. And everything was impeccably kept, and he had, I would say he could have had at least 30, 40, 50 servants. And we sat down with the man who was he was a devotee. He really liked Prabhupada. And he was a donor to the temple. And we had nice discussions about Krishna consciousness and Prabhupada. And then we had breakfast, which was like a gourmet thing. And I was very impressed by the fact that, you walk outside of his compound, and it's horrible. You walk in, you're in a different world. And he made it like that with all the plants and trees, fruit trees and plants and flowers. And it was very elaborate. And he grew many things in pots. There were pots all over the place with flowers and all kinds of plants. So here Prabhupada is saying, and you see how he's so right on. He says, the leaders of modern civilization select their own residential quarters in a place where there are such naturally beautiful gardens and reservoirs of water. But they leave the common men to reside in congested areas without parks and gardens. Hence, herein, of course, we find a different description of the city of Dwarka. It is understood that the whole Dhamma, or residential quarter, was surrounded by such gardens and parks with reservoirs of water where lotuses grew. It is understood that all the people depend on nature's gifts of fruits and flowers without industrial enterprises promoting filthy huts and slums for residential quarters. Ouch. That's exactly a fact. Advancement of civilization is estimated not on the growth of mills and factories to deteriorate the finer instincts of the human being, but on developing the potent spiritual instincts of human beings and giving them a chance to go back to Godhead. That's the whole point. A chance. There's no chance today of going back to Godhead in present society. The way it's organized, the educational system, everything. It's all so you can have more sex and eat more and get cancer and diabetes and go to hell. It's not a happy situation for people. We want to give everybody a chance to go back to Godhead. Development of factories and mills is called ugra karma, or pungent activities. Ugra karma, you have pungent activities. Also, it's called horrible works, or ugra karma. Also, how do they translate that? They also say, Yeah, maybe. Okay. Pungent activities, and such activities deteriorate the finer sentiments of human being and society to form a dungeon of demons. Whoa. A dungeon of demons. Wow. We find herein the mention of pious trees, which produce seasonal flowers and fruits. So you see, all the Douglas fir and all these trees, there's no fruits in them. Well, it has its own fruit in a sense, but it's nothing it's not like a mango or a papaya or, So you see any fruit trees here? If you go in older neighborhoods, you'll see fruit trees growing on the streets. and in the gardens. But in the newer places, it's all these type of trees that horrible. But if you know your trees, I know places I can walk in Redmond, and they have hazelnut trees. They have different types of berries like chook berries, salal berries, and elderberries, and huckleberries. They're all growing in the parks, and sometimes even in the house, in the street. And there are apple trees. How do you know if a tree has fruit? Well, in the springtime, like right now, or a little bit earlier, any tree that has its flowers on it, like white or pink flowers, it's probably a fruit tree. So you don't see any fruit yet because the flower is there, right? But if you go back in August or September, you'll see there are fruits. And there are many trees, like Japanese plum trees and all kinds of apple trees, and the fruits just fall down. Nobody picks them. Even the people, even if the house is right next to the tree, they don't pick it. And then sometimes the houses have the trees also, but usually they don't pick them. They just let them fall down. The impious trees are useless jungles only, and they can only be used to supply fuels. In modern civilization, such impious trees are planted on the sides of roads. Well, that's what we have here. These are called impious trees. Human energy should be properly utilized in developing the finer senses for spiritual understanding, in which lies the solution of life. Fruits, flowers, beautiful gardens, parks, and reservoirs of water with ducks and swans playing in the midst of lotus flowers, and cows giving sufficient milk and butter are essential for developing the finer tissues of the human body. As against this, the dungeons of minds, boy, Prabhupada uses that word dungeon twice, dungeons of demons and dungeons of minds, factories and workshops develop demoniac propensities in the working class. The vested interests flourish at the cost of the working class, and consequently there are severe clashes between them in so many ways. The description of Dwarkadama is the ideal of human civilization. There you go. It's a wonderful purport by Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Bol. That's amazing.